the amount of time that we spend on reporting has been cut by 2/3, I would say. And I would say most of the reporting that we're doing now, most of the time we're spending on reporting now is either making our Databox templates work better for us because we're growing, in analysis. We can spend so much more time on analysis now just because we have the time to spend. We're no longer spending 3 hours to put together these huge reports.
Hey everyone, welcome. This is Brian with Databox, and I'm here with Tabitha from the agency 30 Degrees North out of Woodlands, Texas, to talk a little bit about Databox's agency plan. Tabitha, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Doing well. Nice to speak with you. So Tabitha and I met up in Boston during the HubSpot Inbound 2018 conference, and 30 Degrees North is a HubSpot partner. How long have you guys been HubSpot partners for?
You put me on the spot like that, Brian.
Is it like less than 5 years?
I think it's about 4 or 5 years.
Okay. Yeah, I worked. When I worked at HubSpot, I knew who you guys were. 3 or 4 years ago. So, you guys, they've got a great team. They do well. I'll let you explain it. What kind of services do you guys offer?
So we are a marketing agency that focuses a lot on inbound marketing. So the HubSpot tool has been great for us. And then as far as lead generation goes, we do some website design as well. And then all aspects of marketing is specifically focused on inbound marketing though.
Awesome. And the web design for the HubSpot COS, I'm sure you're doing a lot of the growth-driven design where it's more of an iterative approach, where it's not just we do one website for you once every 5 years and refresh it, but it's more gradual. And in that process, how are you guys looking at data to make decisions on how you should iterate or change your clients' websites?
Yeah, absolutely. We live in a data world, so that's something that we're doing on the regular. So we're in each of our clients' data and their analytics, pretty much on a daily or weekly basis, depending on the client and how fast that their industry moves. But absolutely, we use that data from Google Analytics, from AdWords, if we're running ads for them, HubSpot, SEMrush, any of those types of software that we're pulling information from, and we're looking at that to decide what our next steps are, not only for website and the growth-driven design, but also what our next steps are for marketing overall.
And so you're connecting with HubSpot and SEMrush and AdWords and Facebook ads and Google Analytics. Before you found Databox, how were you going about keeping track of all of the information from those different systems for your different clients?
So there were a lot of Google Docs going on and slides that we would have to update on a regular basis, and it was taking forever. I would say if a doctor or one of our clients, we deal a lot with the health industry. So if a doctor called and said, hey, I need these numbers for tomorrow for a meeting, it could take anywhere from 45 minutes to 3 hours, depending on how big their practice was, to get them those numbers that they needed at the last minute.
So would you have to drop everything and focus on that, or would you be able to prioritize that for like the end of the week or the end of the month?
No, absolutely. We'd have to pretty much drop everything if it was an urgent need to get those numbers, to get the numbers that they needed over there to them.
So how long have you guys been using Databox for now?
I would say it's probably been about a year we've been using Databox.
And how would you say things have changed from that spreadsheet world that you were living in?
Immensely greater. The amount of time that we spend on reporting has been cut by 2/3, I would say. And I would say most of the reporting that we're doing now, most of the time we're spending on reporting now is either making our Databox templates work better for us because we're growing, in analysis. We can spend so much more time on analysis now just because we have the time to spend. We're no longer spending 3 hours to put together these huge reports. For some of the oncology practices, some of the cancer care centers that we were doing before would take us about 3 hours, and now we can get it done in about 45 minutes, and that's including analysis and adjusting the reports as the doctors need.
Wow, that's impressive. So, so instead of that manual entry into the sheets, you're able to now spend that time analyzing and pulling out your observations, and I'm assuming other suggestions and recommendations you have for the clients. How are you communicating those observations and suggestions with the clients? Are you using any of the inboard text blocks or annotations features?
Yeah, we do use the text blocks and the annotation features whenever we're doing some analysis to show the clients. And then the great thing about Databox is it's a live link. So we no longer have the practices or any of our clients calling us and saying, hey, I need these numbers right now, or I need them for tomorrow, because they all know that their link is live and it updates every few minutes. So it's like live as it's happening information. And then we also have them all set up to where they can filter the information. And so if they wanted to see last quarter, if they wanted to see last month, they have that all there at their hands immediately instead of waiting for us.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're enabling your clients to self-serve when it comes to being able to get insights from within the different tools that they're using.
Right.
Cool, awesome. Um, are there any other features or anything that we didn't talk about that you're leveraging in Databox that you think people don't know about?
One of the things that we do use year over year that we used at the beginning of this year is we did use the query building tools that you guys have to create a year over year look as far as what 2017 looked like and or what 2017 looked like to what the year before that looked like. So those query building tools are really great in that aspect, that was another report at the beginning of the year that would take us a really long time to do, and then we can just build it out and have all of that information there so that they can prove also that our program is working for them.
That's awesome. It's good to hear. I'm glad we were able to run into each other at Inbound, and I'm glad you're able to share your story. So, is there anything else you didn't mention that you'd like to add here today? I think you've given people a really good look as to what the before and after could look like. Oh, and I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt myself. Can you talk to me a little bit about there was one last question I had for you. Can you talk to me a little bit about your onboarding experience? So like, I think a lot of people wonders like, well, how long they've struggled with other reporting tools, like how long it's going to take us to get set up and everything. So can you just describe good or bad the onboarding experience with Databox and how quickly it took you to get set up so other people have some context into how long this might take them to implement?
Yeah, so onboarding took us a while just because we were hesitant. Mark and I were, just because of we were taking time out of something that we were already spending so much time doing into looking at this new tool. And we really were afraid it was going to take a long time to set up. We worked with Tori over there at Databox, and she was wonderful. And I'm telling you, like, as soon as we got off of the conference call with her, I immediately started setting stuff up. And there is a little bit of a curve, but you guys provide so many templates, especially through the other partners that work for Databox, that the setup time compared to the amount of time I was spending on reporting before is so minimal, and it is so worth it.
Well, shout out to Tori. She does an excellent job. She's a frequent winner of our Internal Champions Award here because she does work with all of our best partners. So, Tabitha, thanks so much for your time. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, it was great speaking to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And so if you're a HubSpot customer and you're looking for an agency that has a good understanding of the inbound methodology, very strong technical chops, and strong creative background, and strong skills in web development and being efficient, they have a really great process. They're data driven, they're goal focused, they're tech enabled. They use a lot. They have a very strong sense of what the tech they uses, their capabilities are, and they're experts in all that. I would definitely recommend checking out 30 Degrees North, premier Databox partner and top HubSpot partner as well. Tabitha, thanks for your time today.
Yeah, thanks, Brian.
Have a good one.
You too.